Hi there everyone, welcome to Alchemy. In this video we bring you the forecast for June for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. If you'd like to know what's going to go on this month, carry on with the video. So this is the spread we have for the month of June for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Okay, I'm using the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. So it has some messages at the bottom of each card. So I'm going to read those to you as well, so that you have as much information as possible for this month. If it's the first time that you are here with us, please welcome. If you are returning, so welcome back. If you want to know when we have new videos in the channel, just press the subscribe button and the bell so that you have the notifications active to know whenever we have new videos. And give us a like if you like the video, and follow us on Instagram. We have a positive message every day for everyone. Okay, so if you want another thing, if you are in doubt regarding your rising sign, I'm going to leave you here with a video where I teach you how to find out your rising sign by making your natal chart online for free. And I teach you how to identify your moon sign and your rising sign in that video, okay? Even though it's in Portuguese, it's going to be fairly easy to understand. So, let's move on to the spread itself for this month, for Gemini. So for June, we have the energy of justice for Gemini with a 6 of Wands. So Gemini, the Archangel Raguel comes with the card of justice and says, fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs. And the 6 of Fire talks about victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. Okay, so this time of the year, at least at the Northern Hemisphere, we are going through the evaluation part for those of you who are studying. You're going through tests, exams, and a lot of stuff so that you can finish your school year and your studies. And right now, what this says for those of you who are studying and who are Gemini is that if you have been working properly, you're going to get your proper return. Okay, if you have been working and studying and putting some effort into it, you're going to be rewarded, no doubt about it. But if you are not doing so, you'll also get the due reward, so probably not so good results. See, with the card of justice, for those of you who are not studying, it's important for you to know that there are decisions to be made, and that you may be in a position where you are either evaluating someone or being evaluated yourself. It may be the case that you need to be fair with what you do to restore balance, to restore equilibrium to some sort of situation. And you have to keep in mind that what is fair for one person may not be fair for the other. And so you always have to look at stuff case by case. In your case, in your situation, if you are on the side where you are being judged, it may be the case that you can get the justice. It may not mean that justice is what you think is fair for you. Especially if you have something going on in courts, I would say that everything will go out right, will turn out fine. Doesn't mean that it would be the outcome that you would want, okay? But it would be the fairest outcome for everyone involved, all right? So this is a month for you to rebalance, for you to look at stuff around you and also rebalance your life. Make sure that you are not overexerting yourself. Make sure that you're not demanding so much out of yourself and out of those around you. All right, be careful with this so that you are not in a position where there is imbalance. Okay, but I think that this month you will have a lot of opportunities to establish what is right and what is fair for you, and also to regain some control over your life. And why do I say this? Because the next card, the obstacle for this month, for the challenge, is the card of the ego, or the devil in the regular decks, coming with the Three of Pentacles, so Three of Earth. So the card of ego comes with Archangel Jophiel and talks about a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, and negative or fear-based thoughts. And the Three of Earth talks about the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, and be a team player. So again, for those of you who are studying, it may be the case that you feel trapped because you put a lot of stuff on your back. Like, if I want to have a proper grade, decent grade, I have to do everything myself, because otherwise those guys that are with me, they're going to ruin our work. Okay, how many of you have ever done the whole work in a group work just to make sure that you had a decent grade? So this is a warning, because you might feel entrapped, because wherever you look around, all you see is people having fun and nobody caring a thing about what you actually need to do. So this may be scary, and it may feel to you like, if your grade depends on them because it's group work, like you are trapped and without an option. I would say with the energy for this month, that your teachers and those around you will know exactly who did what, so don't worry too much about it. And try not to put all that exertion over yourself, all right? Either tell them, hey, if you don't do anything, I'm just going to put my own name on this work, and I'm not going to put your name, and you're going to know why, and the teacher is going to know why, or just do your part, let them do theirs, and in the presentation, things will show up. You'll be much more prepared than they are, and things will come out, and everyone will know exactly who did what. The case here is for you to regain your personal power. It's the same thing to do. It's the same thing for those of you who are not studying. But you may feel like you are trapped, like everything is trying to control your life, your time, like you don't have enough time to do anything, enough time to dedicate to anything. It may feel like life is a mess right now, and you want to manifest your creativity, you want to bring it out, you even may want to be a team player, but you don't feel like you can be a team player. It feels like you can't trust anyone, okay? So, because everything is so demanding for you. So be careful with this, and try not to let everything trap you, not to let yourself feel trapped and overpowered by circumstances. Regain your personal power. Again, use justice and say, hey, I can only do so much for so long. If you need that I do this and that and those, something's gonna give. So if you want a quality work out of this, if you want a quality life at home, for example, you need to understand that, yeah, I'm only one, and I also need time for myself and for my needs. So stand your ground. This might be difficult to be done this month, and that's why this is the challenge, all right? Then we have love. And love comes with the energy of release, or the card of death in most decks, coming with Archangel Azrael, that says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. This comes with the Five of Water, Five of Cups, that talks about things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, and crying over spilled milk. So, regarding your love life, Gemini, right now you are kind of stuck. Meaning, for those of you who have a relationship, it may be time for you to move on to the next stage, and either the other person is not that interested in it, or you were expecting for something to happen. Say you were trying to get married this year or next year or something, and all of a sudden you look around and you notice that you don't have the conditions to achieve what you thought that you would like to achieve, or you were not where you thought that you would be right now. So things have to change. Or if you are in a relationship and it's time to move on to the next step, you may find out that the other person may not be as available for that as you are, or as mature or as interested as you are. If you are alone, it may be the case that you are still hung up on something that happened before, either on an old relationship or in a situation that has happened before, or on why does nobody like me, or why do all my relationships fail. And you are so focused on negative sides of things that you don't see, for example, that maybe you just escaped a really bad relationship, or maybe you just found out that you need to be a little bit more balanced and have your own space instead of giving your all to the relationship right from the get-go. So in here you need to make a change, because since this talks also about spiritual transformation and time to move on, it may be the case that you need to look at the spilled milk, look at whatever went wrong, and just brace yourself, look at stuff, be honest, and say, okay, forgive, move on. There is nothing else that I could do. I did my best with what I did my best with what I had at the moment. If I didn't do more, it's because there was nothing more that I could do. So just absolve yourself, absolve those around you, and move on. Okay. So for those of you who are alone, I don't think you'll find someone this month. For those of you who are in a relationship, there may be some stuff that needs to be talked through and solved between you and your partner, so that this relationship can evolve. Okay, even some bitterness, some things that may be hurting either you or your partner, they need to come out so that you can clean the air and move on. Regarding money, we have the energy of the moon and the 9 of earth. The moon comes with the archangel Haniel and talks about important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. And then the 9 of earth talks about enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So usually money goes hand in hand with work, unless you found like the lottery tickets that had the first prize. So unless it was the case, usually money and work go hand in hand. So the information that we have here is that, for example, if you are working for yourself, you are your own boss, this month it could be very successful. And so you can have a nice income of money, and also there might be some insights that may come to you from your intuition that may help your business grow. Okay, so this is one side. This is a very positive side. It could be for this money interpretation. Another thing that we could see here would be events behind the scenes. So it may be the case, because we're talking about money, if you have invested into something, invested your money into something, look at that investment once again. It may be the case that either the bank is charging commissions for something that you didn't know, or you didn't agree to it firsthand. It may be the case that what you were investing at the time, it was a good deal then, right now is not such a great business. It may be the case that some things that you already said that shouldn't be charged to your bank account are still being charged, and you don't notice because the amount is not that much. So look at that. look at what might be happening to your money, if it is being valued the way it should, if your bank is using your money to trade and is not giving you your interests. Just take a look at that. Talk to your bank manager. Just look at stuff that might be going on regarding your money. The Nine of Earth also talks about enjoying life's little luxury. So I would say that this month, even though it may seem kind of weird, I think it's going to be a prosper month, but it's a prosper odd month. Meaning, some money will come out, you don't quite know from where, you don't quite know why, but all of a sudden you find yourself with more money that you thought that you would have. And so you might be, again, release fears that hold you back. You might be compelled to keep that money, not to spend it because you may be afraid that you need that money afterwards, or that there is something going on that you're going to need to spend that money after. So this may be the case, and this card, what tells you is to enjoy the money. I'm not saying for you to splurge, but at least to enjoy the fruit of your work, and go to a fancy restaurant, or go for a night out, or buy that book, or that dress, or that gadget that you're looking for and that now you have the money to afford. Just give yourself a little bit of a pat on the back, and allow yourself to enjoy a little bit, okay? Don't be too scared about it, because fears that hold you back regarding money are usually fears of not having enough. So what you attract is lack. You feel that you are lacking, and you attract lack to your life. And in the end, what you have is you're always counting pennies, and that's not what we want. All right. So try to release those fears, even though you may have been going through a bad stage regarding your money. Just if you have a little bit extra this month, enjoy it. Okay. I don't say splurge it, but do something that makes you feel good about it. So then we have your health, and your health comes with the Chariot, coming with Archangel Metatron, and talks about important achievement, self-discipline, and willpower, and public recognition. And the Ace of Water, it's usually a confirmation. The aces are usually a confirmation of the card that they come with, and this talks about falling in love, or the the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition and new home. In this case, I would say that would be more towards the spiritual growth and the enhancing of an intuition, because the card of the Chariot is a card that talks a lot about vitality. Usually, if you are sick, you'll get well quickly in a very swift way. If not, you are mainly in perfect health. So everything, at least it seems to be in perfect health. One thing that comes with the card of the Chariot is also the possibility of rehabilitation or cure through exercise. So you need to do something. I would say physiotherapy for some situations. If you have a lung condition, you may need some breathing physiotherapy, breath therapy to help you breathe and declog your lungs. If you have any situations in muscles, ligaments, you may need to go through a couple of sessions of physiotherapy to be in full health. Okay, but mainly I would say that this month, if you are sick, you'll feel so much better. If you don't get a complete cure, at least you have quite the improvement in your general condition. Okay, so let's see about your work. As I told you, work goes hand in hand with money. Usually they go together, and both come with a card of Earth. So what do we have here? We have the card of the Awakening, or the Hanged Man, coming with Archangel Gabriel, that says, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. And the Six of Earth comes with gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debt. What do we have here? It may be the case that you look around yourself, it seems like nothing is changing in your work life. It seems like everything is just the same. It even may be the case that you are so fed up with it and you would just want to get rid of that job. But it still may not be the best time for you to do it, okay? Not only because I believe that you're going to get some sort of reward this month, either a bonus or someone's going to give you a hand with your work, something like that. But also because you need to look at it from another perspective. If right now it's only the means to an end for you to have money by the end of the month, it may be the case that you can look at that job as a stepping stone for you to get where you want to be. If you want to start your own business, say, hey, I need to do this right now so that I can have resources to start my business later. Or right now, this is just a place where I am learning how to manage or how not to manage, depends on your circumstances. We usually learn both things from wherever we are working on. So this is a place where I can learn the best or the worst, so what to do or not to do. Just look at things differently. If you are seeking for a job, I would say that you need to change something, okay? Either you need to change your resume, the way you present yourself when you deliver it, where you deliver it. So if you're seeking for a job, say, at a department store, it might be the case that you need to change course completely and look at things differently and go seek, for example, at the restaurant. You see, different businesses, different areas of entrepreneurship. Look at different areas of work. Probably what you are looking for is not quite what is the best for you. I would say that during this month you wouldn't find any job offers, but it will pay off in the long run. Your effort will pay off. With the Six of Earth, the just reward will be given to your effort, and I'd say that if you don't get anything this month, probably next month or the one after, you will find something coming from the changes that you did this month. If you changed your resume and started delivering it at other places, it may be the case that one of those places calls you, okay? But something needs to change, and you need to look at stuff from a different perspective. It's not, oh my god, I'm unemployed, it's okay. Right now I have time to define exactly my course of action, what I want, what I need, how can I get it. Have I explored all my options? Which options do I have? How can I use them the best? And what can I do to grab them, okay? So right now you need to look at stuff from a different point of view. Either those of you who are working and those of you who are not working. So, for your spirituality. For your spirituality, we have the card of the Strength with Archangel Ariel. It talks about great inner strength, release harsh judgments, and forgiveness and compassion. The Nine of Air talks about expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. So, just an example of self-fulfilling prophecies for those of you who might be confused about it. Self-fulfilling prophecy would be the girl that says she's going to be cheated on, and she goes through his email, his phone, his tablet, his wallet, his clothes, tries to surprise him at odd hours at work and whatever. The other person will feel so, well, I say girl, I can say guy, it's the same. I say girl because I'm a girl, and usually I have people who talk to me about this who are girls. So that's it. No judgment here. And they go through everything, and the other person feels so entrapped, so invaded, so abused, that they end up seeking someone else who is not that paranoid. And in the end, the person says, hey, look, see, I said you were looking for someone else. No, the person wasn't looking for someone else. You were so adamant and so insistent about the fact that the person was cheating on you, that the person actually wanted to cheat on you. At least give you the motive, all right? So this is an example of self-fulfilling prophecy for those of you who might be confused about this. So in this case, what would I say? You are in a position where your mind is always drifting towards the worst case scenario, and that is affecting your spirituality. What you can do is draw some strength. Draw some strength from yourself, from your inner self, from your inner beliefs, and look around you, and by the moment that you release judgments that you have towards those around you, towards what they do, how they act, and even towards yourself. You may be judging yourself because, oh, I don't do enough. Maybe you're doing more than your share, and things just don't go the way they're supposed to be because they're not supposed to be done in effort. They're supposed to be done in love. Okay? So these may be examples of what may be going on. So spiritually speaking, you may need to draw from your inner strength so that you can achieve a place of calm and a place of release of all these worries, okay? All these worries, all these sleepless nights, all these concerns. It may be the case if you practice your spirituality in a group, maybe the case that you are suspicious of something going on around you, okay? You may be feeling that something is wrong, okay? So draw from your inner strength and your inner principles to see if you still identify with what is going on around you. If you don't, leave, okay? Your mental, physical, and spiritual health above everything else. If you practice alone, it may be the case that just life is just weighing in on you so much, and right now you need to see that you're doing your best, and if you keep worrying, what you'll bring is more worry. And right now you need to focus on the positive side and your strength to actually solve stuff. You know that it may take time, but you will be able to solve it. So breathe in, breathe out, and think. If it has a solution, great, you're gonna get there. If it doesn't have a solution, great, it's solved because there's nothing you can do about it. So just release this from your mind, forgive, be compassionate with yourself, with those around you, with everyone involved in any situation that you may be going through, okay? Because right now you need some peace inside. Okay, so let's see what the Ascended Masters have to tell you about purification and the White Tarot. This is the message that they have for you this month. And they come to you through the White Tarot, that is an aspect of the Eastern Goddess Tarot, who appears in various forms and is signified by different colors. The White Tarot, she's a loving and helpful goddess who increases life expectancy and enlightenment in those who call upon her. So she says something involved in this with this situation needs purifying. This could be a signal to purify your motives and intentions so they are purely about service and not about fear or competition. Coming to this card and these cards and this card to the T. It could mean a purification of your body and diet, or it could simply mean adjusting your life so that all of your actions are in integrity with your true beliefs. White Tarot will support and assist this purification, ensuring that it's a harmonious process that brings great blessings to you and others. Additional meanings for this card may be, put your whole focus onto how may I serve instead of what might I get out of this, and everything will go better. Affirm loving thoughts about yourself and others. Avoid chemicals and toxins. Avoid any behaviors that lead to feelings of guilt or shame, as these lower your self-esteem. Leave situations that are out of integrity with your true beliefs. So, coming to this reading, it's amazing. So purify your intentions, purify your thoughts. You need to have some moment of clarity in the middle of all of this. And by purification, it may also may mean to let go of stuff, and that's what the spirit of Isis talks about. Spirit of Isis, Triumph of the Goddess, talks about this. There are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe. It is helpful on the inner path to let go and detach over and over again. And yet, we need to stay true to our heart and not give up on what we feel we are here to do. Whether it is reaching for enlightenment, for inner peace, for a creative breakthrough, or personal healing, the Triumph of the Goddess is with you now, urging you not to give up, no matter how far away or impossible success may seem to be. Don't quit, persist until the impossible happens. The power of genuine inner will, not force or domination, but that inner power that fuels us to continue with our inner practices to do what we need to do in the physical world to bring ourselves to light and life is growing within you now. It is supported by living the right quest for you, seeking to climb the mountain that lies within our own heart, not that chosen for us by another, but the journey that genuinely lies within us. Okay? So this is the message that we have from the Isis Oracle for you this month. I hope that this made sense for you, that this spread could help you. I hope that you liked it. Please leave us a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe and share this video with other people that you may think that would like to listen to this kind of information. And I hope to see you again in the next video. See you then.